Harold Katz and I, we traveled a lot together. And that takes me to Yom Kippur. We're in Jerusalem. What the hell do we know? Got to go to the wall. Harold knew more than me. He knew much more than me. So I felt good. I had a good madrik with me. And we go to, it's late in the afternoon, to go for Nila. When do you go to the wall? We go for Nila. And in those days, the whole thing was as big as this room. That's where Jews could be. And, you know, yeah, I'm looking this thing, but it's okay. I mean, today you go there, you got a wall, you got something. In those days, but these Jews, that was it. That was the place. And the place is crowded. Jesus, it's full. You can hardly get in. They squeezed us in. It's terrible. Only men, of course. Really tight. And they're davening. And they get to where they're going, they're singing, and they get into the end of the thing, and they're going to where it's going to be Lashon Habo B'Yerushalayim, and you get a Tkiya, and somebody blows the shofar. Around the top are British soldiers. I don't know. I'm just dumb. They blow shofar. The British soldiers dive down on us and start rummaging through to find who blew the shofar, who's got the, where is the shofar? I'm standing there, you know, quietly. And they start to chase me because I was blonde. I had this kind of, even though it's that nighttime, I don't know, I guess they picked me up here. Harold's in front of me and he's fighting. They're throwing him aside, they want me. And they throw away. And they take me. I'm put in jail in the Kishli in Yerushalayim. I don't know what to say. I got fake papers, of course, but I don't know what to say. I can't talk Hebrew. Don't know what to say. I played dumb. Oh, I'm a tourist here. I'm just visiting. I'm not. I can't. You know. I don't know. I don't even know what I told them. I can't even tell you what I told them. I only know that in jail that night, at one point, there are 2 or 3 other fellows there. One fella is shouting, "I'm an American, let me out!" Screaming bloody murder, holla. I take him aside, I said, "Are you an American?" He says, "No." I said, "So why are you lying?" He says, "Because maybe I'll get out." He explains to me, the Americans, they don't want to put Americans in jail. Well, I don't know whether I should say anything or not. Because if they catch me, I'm going to talk about the ship. I don't know how to lie, you know, I'm not. Anyway, they don't let him out, of course. And they bring in, somebody sends some wine in for us. We drink some wine, no food, you know. Well, the next day or 2 days later, I can't really tell you how long. First of all, my name appeared in the paper. By then, my new paper said Greenfield. By then, I already had Greenfield. Now, why Greenfield? I don't know why. I'm not even sure it was papers I had, but I didn't know what came out Greenfield. It was in the paper. He was arrested in Haaretz, arrested for blowing the shit. It was a little item, but I didn't know. Harold Katz's relative read it. They started looking for Harold Katz. Why isn't his name there? Because I'm together with him. It was crazy. But finally they found him. And he said, no, they took him. They didn't want him. But I don't know, it wasn't long, maybe a day later. No, that day actually, I get a big bouquet of food. And I said, at least they know where I am, you know. And a couple of days later, I get before the judge and I get let out to come back. I give him a date when to come back. And that was the end. I left the country.
How soon?
Oh, it didn't take them 2 weeks to get me out of the country. They didn't want me around. They didn't want me. They said, no, it's too...
So they never found the person who actually blew shofar, but you're on record as being the person who was arrested for doing it.
Yeah. It's just in the paper, yeah. And a guy did a research piece. Somebody did a research piece.
They blame you?
What?
They blame you that you
Well, they wanted to blame me, sure. They wanted to put me up before the judge.
Shofar.
Sure, they wanted to put me up before the judge.
That's a scoop. Okay.
And I'll tell you a joke about it all. A few years ago, somebody came to our publishing house and wanted some book from the Jabotinsky Institute or something or other. And this guy, for some reason or other, it comes to me, I talk to her, and one of the important things about his book he talks about is how the Jabotinsky guys blew the shofar every year there. So I says, well, I want to tell you about a guy who didn't blow the shofar, but who was put in jail for it. And I tell him it's me. He says, you? Who are you? I tell him, hurry. He says, what do you mean? He says, I got all the names. So I said, I didn't blow the shofar, but I was accused of it. He then went to research in the papers. He says, you're right. Your name is there. So yes, I made history in 1947. But it's one of these, these crazy things.